Hey humans, guess what I'm making today? Wrong. Corn dogs. Yeah, I got everything set up here. This is what we would call your mise en place. So I have everything that I need for making this recipe. My flour, my sugar, salt, baking powder, milk, eggs. I have a cutting board, my knife, some wooden skewers. Then I've got my dry measuring cups to measure out all my dry ingredients. I have a wet measuring cup for all my wet ingredients. And then I got my spoons for more dry ingredients. Okay, we're gonna do, this one involves deep frying. So I don't have a deep fryer at home, but I do have a large pot that I filled about a little less than half of the way up with oil. And I'm just warming it up right now. And oh, my dog's getting excited because we're making corn dogs. Yeah, oil's heating up. I've got a lid next to the pot of oil so that if things go real bad, I can throw a lid on and slide the pot off the heat, turn the heat off, because we don't want to start any grease fires. That would be just the worst day ever. So yeah, we're going to start making some corn dogs. Okay. Cornmeal. Half a cup. I think that's half. No, that's a third. It's a pretty simple recipe. Man, I'm running out of cornmeal now too. So that's about half a cup there. Get rid of that. Half a cup of flour goes in there. Okay, that's it for that. Need a pinch of salt. Almost out of salt still. Black pepper, pinch of that. Maybe a bit more than a pinch. Some sugar. So I'm going to use my measuring spoons here. 2.5 tablespoons of this. So it's going to be kind of a sweet batter. That's 2. And there's about a half, I guess. And 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm starting to realize that I use a lot of baking powder. Where's this teaspoon? There it is. Okay, there's 2 of those. Alright, and I need an egg. So I'm going to whisk these together first. So I got all the dry ingredients mixed together here. Okay, so again, use your dry measuring cups for all the dry ingredients. Let's go with our wet stuff. It's going to need half a cup of milk. And just about there. And 1 egg. It's kind of cold here today. Okay. Beat that up now. I guess I don't need to beat it. So I'll pour it into here. Mix that up. And we should have a pretty loose batter. There it goes. You can see that. Kind of like that. Right? So, what I'm going to do now is clear this stuff out of the way real quick. And okay, so now it's just the batter and my wieners. I'm gonna cut these in half because they fit better in the they fit better in the pot. All right, so yeah, just kind of stab this into here. Try to go all the way through, but don't pierce to the end. Okay. Yeah. If you don't have skewers, you can just roll them in the batter and use a fork to kind of pick them out and then drop them into the oil. That works too. But I happen to have skewers, so I'm going to use them. Yeah. That's just a guy stabbing his wieners. What are you going to do? My boy got a kick out of that one. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. All right, I'm gonna get it in there. All right, try to look how foamy and frothy it got. That's from the baking powder. Not neat. Can you see that? All right. So that's, you know, covered pretty well. Okay, so I'm gonna drop that bad boy into the oil, and I don't know, a couple of minutes. It's going to cook for a bit, and then you're going to try to roll it around with a pair of tongs or something like that, and then just cook the other side. And they shouldn't take too long, maybe a few minutes. I'm going to test the oil to see if it's hot enough, ready to go. Alright, so here's me testing the oil. I have a digital thermometer, so I'm going to try to get it up to about 325. I'm trying to see if you can see that. The lighting seems really terrible right now. Oh, there we go. That looks pretty good. So that's 318. Again, be like really careful deep frying, because we don't. This could turn bad, but we'll be careful. Okay, I'm going to show you this first one here because I'm trying to do too much and I haven't got enough hands. So I'm going to drop this guy gently, place it in. Right, it's bubbling, but it's not like ferocious bubbles, so that's good. Right, and then just let it go. Right, and let that do that for a while. Grab a pair of tongs. Okay. So that should be a few minutes. So when you're cooking or deep frying or anything like that, it's all about controlling the heat of the oil or whatever it is that you're cooking. So by using, you know, just turn the stove up or down depending on whether it needs to get hotter or colder. Right now we're sitting at 350, so that's more than 350. Okay. So I'm at like 360, 365 or something like that. So I've just turned the temperature down on the stove. So I went from high to about medium high right now. And I'm just going to control the temperature that way of the oil. Alright, so that one side's nice and golden brown. So I flipped it. And I'm going to try to cook the other side so it also gets nice and golden brown. And yeah, start eating hot dogs, or corn dogs rather. Alright, so when it's just about done, I'd say that is done actually. Okay, it's nice and golden brown all the way, it's not too dark anywhere. Alright, so I've got a plate with some paper towel, so I'll make sure you have that near, standing by, so that you can drain your corn dogs on the paper towel like that. All right, so I'm going to do the rest of these, and we'll get back to you. All right. back and test my oil. And I can tell you that it's not going to be 350 anymore. Oops, turned off. No, it's still pretty close. All right, perfect. So we got a good oil temperature happening. So I'm just going to let those cook. We're going to rotate them, spin them around a little bit. Right, they're nice and puffy. And then we're going to be enjoying some corn dogs. We're just going to fast forward probably most of the stuff anyway.
Oh, okay.
But keep recording.
So if we talk, they wouldn't even be able to understand what we're saying.
Yeah, but the way Mika edited it, the other one, it just took off all the sounds. So it's just...
Oh, yeah.
I'll put in some music or something.
But the good fit.
Okay, so these have basically cooked for 3 minutes or so. They're just about there. In fact, I think they are there. So we're gonna keep them moving, keep them cooking, and then we're gonna cover them in delicious ketchup and mustard or whatever you like. If you don't like ketchup and mustard, well, you're weird. Okay. So kill the heat and take these guys out. I'm gonna start with this one here. Look how puffed up they got. Okay. Oh, those look delicious. The oil can just sit on the stove after the heat's been turned off. You know, I would take it off the element, move it to a back element so that nobody knocks into it or anything like that. Okay. And then just let it cool completely, the oil, and then once it's cooled, you can just strain it back into the original container. My camera kind of started glitching out there, but anyway, these are them. 6 little mini dogs. Yeah, I'm gonna eat probably most of them, but yeah, don't tell anybody. Okay, take care. See you later.